Very good morning and welcome back everyone present in the class. So we shall continue the journey of Java, and I hope what to watch when you have to be prepared with Java, all of them have a clarity. Earlier it was 14th of October when we were starting the Spring Boot. Now we are going to start on 16th of October because day after tomorrow most probably will be the last Java core Java class. But Java, is it any limited to any time period, guys? Is Java limited to any time period? No. Java is very vast. You can learn for so many things in Java. But now all of you, according to me, are versatile enough, even though if there is something which you can learn by yourself. But still, tomorrow we shall have most probably maybe Stream API or such topics. And again, day after tomorrow we'll have a class. Today we shall proceed further. Again, for multi-threading also a lot to be discussed. I'll tell you what you can learn from yourself also, but to proceed further, let's understand about debuggers first. Fundamentals of debuggers with Eclipse or STS ID. Eclipse or STS. STS means Spring Tool Suite, which I might use for some of my Spring classes, which will look like an Eclipse. 95% it is same as Eclipse. You'll not feel any difference. Okay. So we need to see how to debug some programs and then we'll understand the same concepts of threading before we conclude for the day. Guys, you can notice here STS, this ID is looking like your Eclipse only. Black theme I have chosen. If you don't want the black thing, you can change that. There is no perspective on uh, just because it is the STS. STS can also be in the normal white plain theme. It's up to you. Okay. Hmm. See, the theme is dark. All right. I'll say restart this so that you'll not feel any difference. Eclipse or STS, both of them are same. Okay. So that should not be a matter of concern. Are you getting it, guys? I'll go back here. Maybe I'll go and create one project here, which will be a Java project. And I'll give the project name as threads. Okay. My project is getting ready. Hmm. From the Java perspective, I have created the project called as threads. Module and all is there. Java 9 feature. This module is not needed for me. I'll delete it. It creates problem. After which I'll create one package here, one folder package. Name of the package, I'll say here basics. Then I'll create some actual coding there. Okay. I'll go back. Normally, I'll create one normal Java class. I would like to continue today's journey by keeping in mind those who are watching me, they know Java very well. Because we started from the transistors and we have reached till this position. All of you are versatile enough. Fine. To be very good, it takes time, it takes a lot of practice, but at least versatile enough to understand the things. So it's a continuation of where we have stopped the last class. If someone is new today, kindly watch all the videos which we have covered so far so that it will make more sense to you. I'll go back and create here. Maybe I'll say launch demo class. Okay. So we do have some code here. I hope the code at least is visible to everyone. System.out.println. I will say here. Whatever you want, you can give. Maybe I'll say here Telescope Learning App. Okay. Anything. Maybe I'll say here focus is the key to master any skills. To master any skills. Guys, right click. I'll go here. I'll say right click. There is something called as run as. There is something called as debug as. I would like to go here and say debug as Java application. And you can see the output. Is it working like a normal run method? I mean, the way you normally run the Java program, you're getting the output on your console. Yes, no, maybe. There is something called as breakpoint or pause point or entry point, different names you can call, where you want to monitor that exactly what is happening. Unless and until you move ahead, it will not be proceeding. Execution will not be proceeding. How to create that break points? If you ask me, two options are there. Control Shift B also you can say. I'll keep this. See here, one kind of dot will be created here. Breakpoint is added. Okay. Now I would like to go here, right click, debug as Java application. Okay. Kindly understand. Behind the scene also, are you getting something called as thread? Main, thread, main. Main thread is there. By default, how many threads are there in Java? Only one. Is it executing normally? No. Unless and until I don't ask, it will not go further. Okay. If I have to show this, guys, there is something called as step into, step over. I'll say step over, then it will go further. I'm getting the output. Step over, then it will go further. I can control and I can check where is my control exactly. What is happening in my program? Everyone present in the class? Yes, no, maybe. All of you. See here, terminated. I will show you. If you are attending from the mobile, then definitely it will be difficult. Later point of time, you can also watch it from this thing. Maybe I'll create an array, or maybe I'll just create some variables. Int is a type of A. Int is a type of B. And also I will just say for int is a type of I equals to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Okay. I will just keep this activity here. Just to tell me, my dear friends, how many times this activity will repeat? 3 times. All of you are aware of this? Logged out. I would like to save this. Okay. After which again, I'll go back to my project. I'll just right click here. Run as no. Debug as Java application. Here, one breakpoint is there, it has stopped. I'll do one thing. I'll say show view. See, nothing is there on your console. I'll go back here, show breakpoints. How many breakpoints are there right now? Okay, it's a previous applications are also running, which I will delete it. There is an option to delete the breakpoints. Don't worry about this. See here, variables options are also there. Right now, nothing is there. There is something called as step over. top right side step over option will be there, F6. See, there is running up. A variable created, B variable created. And if I have to go back and check this breakpoints, please here, A variable got created. Right now the control is there. B variable got created. Loop. Are you seeing the green bar also, guys? Where is the control? See here. Will you be able to understand where exactly the things are happening? See, control came out of the loop. Exactly where is the control? Will you be able to understand? Whatever control we are telling, guys, actually in reality, what is that? It is a thread, right? So far, whatever. Yes, no, maybe. Which options you are not able to see? That I don't know. There is any setting also for that. But if you are getting into the laptop, if you're watching the class, then you'll not face any issue, Pramod. Hmm. Guys, those who are you watching from the laptop or from where? Then it should not create any problem, no? Suit. See, are you this debug point? I cannot increase. I mean, this is normally. Uh, yes, different IDs has different way, but the purpose is same. The theme is same. The end goal is same. The way will be small. There will be difference. Guys, I cannot increase this part. This has to be the same. Okay, fine. But just try to focus here more than anything there. Okay. Let me just cross check since you are telling me. I'll go back. I'll go here. All right. Headers, font, dialog, banner activity, error text font. Hmm. Okay. Apply. After which I'll go back. Variable text font. Uh, hmm. 28. It's perfect. Okay. Hmm. Okay. See here again, everyone in the class. I would like to go back here, right click, debug as Java application. Are you able to see this? At least just see this part, Pramod. Okay. At the top, this one I cannot increase. There is no option. Maybe once the class is over, look at your own laptop and look at the screen and you can just try to find out. All right. There's something called as step over. Beside this, I cannot zoom in that and show. If it is a pre-recorded video, no, pre-recorded video, I would have asked my editing team to zoom out the specific part, but I don't have an option to zoom in this. So there is something called as, you'll find this shortcut F6. If not, you can see here. We can zoom here from our end. Then definitely you can go ahead here. Okay. Hmm. I would like to go back here, step over. You will have an option here. Click this. I'm getting this output, but more than this, I'll go and there is something called as show view. And I would like to go and check the breakpoints. See, now at least the size is better. Right side. Variables, please see here. Is it better? Step over. A variable 1 is being given. B variable 20 is being given. And then you can see I variable initially 0. The value of I is 0. Then again the loop is executing. See here. I would like to go and check, keep on checking my, okay. I would like to keep on checking on my breakpoints because those are the important part right now. I would like to go to the breakpoints. I'll check here. Currently, how many breakpoints are there? I value is 1. See here, 2 I value. I value is 3 now. You can see here. Now control comes out of the loop. Control leaves the method. The moment control leaves the method, what happens, my dear friends? Stack frame of that method gets deleted and nothing is there. The code, entire code is only deleted. Now at least are you able to identify this? Yes, no, maybe. Everyone in the class. You can add multiple breakpoints, my dear friends. Any number of breakpoints you can add. How to add? Double click here. Double click here. Double click. Or else Control Shift B. Okay. I would like to go back again. Right click. Debug as Java application. See, exactly here it is stopped, paused. Let me go and show the appearance of the breakpoints. Okay. All the breakpoints you can see here. Launch demo. Line number 8, line number 14, line number 20, it is there, it seems. Right now, no variables, only string of args. It is there right now. Apart from this, there is something called a step over. I'll go here. Even if you have multiple breakpoints, line by line, it is going. I hope you're able to identify that. Yeah. Now, see here. Where is your control? Are you able to understand where is your control? Because going forward, sometimes you'll not know from where exactly the executions are happening, what exactly happening, you'll not get to know. You should know where is the thread right now and how many threads, which thread also you're able to see there. And one more important part, I'll say right click, debug as Java application. See guys, left hand side, there is something called as thread main. Main thread is executing. And also there is something called as F8 resume. I'll click that. It is automatically going to the breakpoints. Maybe the program execution is total of 100 lines of code is there. 100 statements are there in your program. And you want to check only 5 statements what is happening. You don't want to check 100 lines one by one. If you want to do so, there is something called as step over. You can step over and check every line what is happening. Everywhere how the control is executing behind the scene. But however, you want only specific points to be checked. Then you can add the breakpoints. One breakpoint to another breakpoint. Every line you don't want to check. Let it jump. And again to one more breakpoint. I'll say here. See here. If I click this, because loop is executing multiple times. So multiple times. Again see line number 20 directly. Getting it? Now suppose again I will run this. I will not add this breakpoint here. I will not add it. Here also I will not add it. Only one breakpoint is there at the starting. I'll say right click. Debug as Java application. After which I'll go here and say resume. See, directly program is executing. That means after this breakpoint, I don't want to check anything else. Execute the program. But if there are any other breakpoints, it will go to the breakpoints. And if there are no other breakpoints, no, it will directly terminate your program. That means I want to check. It's a meaning that I want to check only whatever is happening in my breakpoints. If you have one breakpoint, it will check in that breakpoint, the program execution will get over. If you have two breakpoints, it will check in your breakpoints. Example, guys, I'll have breakpoint number 8, and here also I'll have a breakpoint. So totally 2 breakpoints I have right now. I'll go back here. I'll right click. I will debug as Java application. Guys, now if I normally get into the step over, no, I'll step over. Line by line, where is my control? What is happening behind the scene? It is showing you. So you will get to know where the thread is executing. After which it will terminate normally. Okay, now I'll go back. Again, I'll debug this. Debug as Java application. Guys, I've told you I'll go to resume F8. If I click here, from one breakpoint to another breakpoint, it will just check what is happening in the breakpoints. Right now, 2 breakpoints are there. Line number 8, line number 20. Directly it will jump to line number 20. Getting it? I'll go back and I will just click this. So you can see line number 20 directly. It is just checking the breakpoints, nothing apart from that. Suppose line number 20, there is no breakpoint only line number 8. So how much my program will pause at the time of debugging? Only on one place, line number 8. Nothing apart from that. I'll say debug as Java application. Line number 8, our program is paused. After which you can see program executed successfully. I will, Dalip, right now that ID, there is a problem. Okay, you can try after learning this. You have a program, right? You can try. I will show you other multi-threading examples. Is that fine? You are learning your debugging. You have a program. Please do try. Guys, have you got step over means what? And resume means what is happening with respect to debuggers in Eclipse? Is there any restriction on how many we can add? I'll go back here, guys. Now I'll create, I'll do one thing. I'll create one more method here. I'll create one more method. I'll say public. Since it is a main method, no, I'll say static. I'll say void some message. I'll say system.out.println. I will say display method. Okay, that's it. Nothing in that body. Okay. I would like to go and invoke this method here. After the loop, I'll just invoke this display method. I'll just invoke this display method. Okay. I will add one more breakpoint here. Control Shift B or double click. 2 breakpoints are there right now. I'll go and run my execution. I want all of you to answer here. Step over means line by line, Sushmita. But since you're asking, that is only I have done only. Apart from step over, nothing I have done. I'll repeat it. Step over means line by line. What is happening? You're just checking it. See here. Step over. One more line, what is happening? Here, what is happening? Line by line, you're checking where is my control? How the executions are happening. See, loop will execute for 3 times. 3 times, green bar, you're getting it. Then you're calling the display method. Then display method body got executed. Then the program execution is over. That is the step over part. After which, if I have to go here, and if I have to debug as Java application, just tell me, guys, 2 breakpoints I have. We have 2 breakpoints here. How many breakpoints also we can check? I'll go and show you the breakpoints. 2 breakpoints, line number 8, line number 22. If I say resume, will it, if I say just resume here, if I say resume, will it go to every line, guys? Or it will go to only breakpoints? Will it debug every statement or only breakpoints? It will just debug only breakpoints, not every statement. I'll say resume, see here. Only debug. All right, everyone. Guys, now I would like to add here also one breakpoint, 3 breakpoints are there totally. I would like to go and execute this. I would like to go and I'll say debug as Java application. There is something called as step over. Instead of this, okay, let me go through the step over here. I'll go back here. We are getting this. And every line, what is happening, how the executions are happening, how many variables are getting created, everything you can check. Display method you're calling. After display method, it is going directly here. Is it going, is my control going to the, is my debugging happening inside the method of body of display method, guys? It is just calling the display method and it is just going. So is it going inside the display method body? It is not going there. If you want that to happen, okay, I'll go back here. Debug as Java application. I will say here, step over. Okay, let it execute for multiple times. Now, what I'm going to do here is, there is something called as step into. Step into before, before the step over EF5. It will go inside the body of this method. Step into. If you call the method step into means it will go there and then it will execute the other part. Are you all able to understand this? Yes, no, maybe. Now, my dear friends, just to tell me one thing. Fundamentally, the difference, are you able to understand, guys? Step into, step over, and resume for the debugging. Fundamentally, have you got it? Yes. Let's create 2 basic programs here. I'll say thread 1 is a class name or whatever name you want, you can give. I'll say launch thread 1. You all know how to create multiple threads. What and all you have to do, everyone is aware of this. So no ambiguity or no confusion there. Fine. I will just say here extends thread. Guys, if I say extends thread, if someone creates the instance of launch thread, will it create the object of a thread? Yes, no, maybe. I will go and create this object. I will just give one message here, system.out.println. I will say here, main thread started. After which I'll create this instance. Type maybe t1 equals to new thread. Again, I will say type t2 equals to new. Just look at the program and tell me how many new threads are there in your application. 2 new threads, including main 3. Is there any life to a thread? Two threads I have started right now, life is given. But is there any task these threads will execute right now? Whenever we create a thread, we have to define the task where, guys? I'll go here and I will say public void run method. I will say here system.out.println. I will say task for my thread. Task for my threads. Okay. Let's debug this and understand what is happening here. I'll say right click, debug as. Okay, let me add the breakpoints. The first breakpoint will be here. And the second breakpoint will be here. And again, I'll have one more breakpoint here. Okay, 3 breakpoints are there. I'll go back. I will say here debug as Java application. Okay, I'll open my window. I'll open my breakpoints here. Of course, the other breakpoints of previous application, you leave it. In this application, 9, 15, and 20 are my breakpoints. I'll go back here. And now I'll step over line by line. Okay, let me just get it here. Okay. Guys, I'm printing main thread started the task. Left hand side also, please observe thread main is there right now. Step over. Please here T1 thread, T2 thread. After the start method, are you able to understand? Are you able to see here thread 0? Thread 0, are you able to see? For that thread, where is the task run method in the line number 20? Is it able to show you? See thread 1 now, after start method only. Before start method, thread 0, thread 1 was not there. Are you all able to understand this? Can we give a name to a thread? The answer is yes, we can give a name to a thread. I'll go back. T1.set name. Let me give my own name. Why thread 0, thread 1? I will say my thread 1, my thread 2. T2. Okay now? Kindly understand this to the best of your focus skill, guys. Right click. Debug as Java application. Guys, let me open my this thing also. Breakpoints. We do have a proper breakpoints right now. Please observe here also. Observe on the left hand side also. Okay. I'll step over. Left hand side, 2 thread objects I'm creating. I'm assigning name to them. I'm assigning name to them. But left hand side, have you got 2 more stacks here? 2 more stacks and threads. Have you got it? After I start the thread, T1 start. See here, my thread 1. Task is present inside the run method line number 23. Again, I'll say step over. Please see very carefully, everyone in the class. One more thread, my thread 2. Okay, let me just resume this. Okay. Because of the task, I'm defining here also one breakpoint. That's the reason. Okay. I'll stop their breakpoint. I'll terminate this program. I'll show you this. Right click. Guys, are you all there in the class? Yes, no, no. If you have listened to me with careful from the beginning. I'll go back here. I'll open my console. And let me just step over one by one. Main thread is executing now. Left hand side, are you able to see, guys? Thread main. Okay. After which I'll step over. I have created the object of threads. I have given them. But still, have you got any new thread on the left hand side? Have you got any new thread there? Yes, no, maybe. Again, the moment I cross my start, see, I got my thread 1. I got my thread 1. Step over. I got my thread 2. 2 threads are ready now. For both the threads, the task is available inside the run method, which is there in the line number 23. All good. Everyone present in the class. Start method only will start the threads. It will give the life to a thread. Any ambiguity to anyone there? No ambiguity. No, you cannot see. You have to call the method for that, Usama. Hmm. Guys, this is not the only way to give the names to a thread. You can do one more thing here. I'll go back. I'll create this. Guys, please see here. Extends thread right. I'll go back. I'll right click, open the declaration. Okay. So many, what is the body and all you can see. But my focus here is to show you the constructors. To show you the constructors of this. Hmm. We have so many methods, thread dot current thread, how it will happen. The entire body also you can see. Uh, it's a private. So many methods. These are this thing. Uh, Guys, a runnable target it is expecting. If you could able to recall, whenever I used to implement, and if I have a run method in a different class, I used to give the class reference here. Where is the run method present for my new thread? In my constructor of the thread class, I used to pass the task for you is present inside this class. Yes. The target, where exactly the run method for a new thread whenever I used to get created. How many of you could able to recall? No response is a response, my dear friends. This is the continuation class. Were you all there in my previous classes? Are you all able to recall, or maybe see here? I can give the string type of name also to the thread. I can give the string type of name. That means directly without set name here also, if you want, you can pass. I'll pass here. I'll say my thread 1, my thread 2. But however, this time I'm achieving multi-threading by implementing the runnable by extending the thread class, extending. So I'm creating this launch thread. In the launch thread, do we have any constructor? No. So let me just first create the constructor here. And I want answer from all of you, my dear friends. I want answer from every one of you. How do I pass this to my thread class? If you know Core Java properly, I'll accept string type of name. But how do I pass to the constructor of thread class? What is that I have to use here? Super. Can I use here super? And can I just pass your name? So my dear friends, from here, it will go to this. From here, it will go to the parent of this. Who is the parent of this thread? So will it reach to thread? It will reach. Let me just debug this. Right click, debug as Java application. I'll open the show view breakpoints to variables. Guys, right now only main thread is there. Step over. No threads, but the thread is started now. You can see the name of the thread, my thread 1. My thread 1. Whatever name I pass in the constructor, it is giving me the same. Everyone present in the class? Yes, no, maybe. All of you. Any ambiguity to anyone here? Any ambiguity? I'll do one thing. I'll go and create one more class. Because I don't know why when I say target, none of you are able to recall only what target I'm talking. This time I'll go and say, guys, implements runnable. Of course, I may have to give the definition for run method. I'll give it. All right. Right now, if I create the instance of launch thread 2, will it create the object of thread, guys? Will it create a new thread? Will it create the new thread? I'll go back here. I have to create explicitly thread type T equals to new thread. How many extra threads I have created? 1. But did I define the task of a thread target? Where is the run method I have to give? So what I used to give inside whichever class I have overridden the run method. In that class object I used to create. If you could able to recall the last 3-4 classes, guys, are you all there? I used to create the instance. Maybe I'll say here, I used to create the instance like this. Wherever my run method is present, I used to pass the reference here for my new thread. The task I used to pass here. Yeah. Same thing we have done it. So that is what I have opened the class and I have shown you. Like this also directly you can do instead of that. The task is present inside this object. That's the meaning of it. After which I'll say T dot start. Dot start. I will say here. Save this. I'll say right click. Debug as Java application. And of course, no breakpoints are there. If no breakpoints are there, will it go line by line, guys, or directly it will execute like a run, it'll just run the Java application. You can see here, no breakpoints are there. Task of a thread. I'll say system.out.println. I will say main thread. Fine. Now I'll do one thing, guys. I have the breakpoints here. I'll add the breakpoints here. I'll add the breakpoint here. 2 breakpoints are there. Of course, this time it will not happen the way it was happening. Debug as Java application. See, it is stopping now. Line by line, I will execute. You can see one more new thread will start the task. Fine. All of you present in the class? Yes, no, maybe? No issues? Now, guys, you know multi-threading. All of you are aware how to create threads. Run method, implements, what is runnable, right? There are few things I have to talk. There is something called as callable and a thread group. I want you to explore in your free time going forward, whenever you want. Okay. We don't have that much time to discuss that. If you want, you can discuss in your free time by your own. This much, if you have understood, by default, you can understand that. We have understood synchronized class, synchronized block. More on the synchronized we have to see now. More on the synchronized I have to see. For which, since someone was asking me to take the example of banking related. Suppose, guys, we have a bank here. You have an account in the bank. And there are 3 activities. Number 1 is, maybe I'll say here, withdrawal activity. Deposit activity. And balance check activity. 3 activities are there. For this, I'll create 1 thread. For this activity, I'll create 1 thread. For this activity, I'll create 1 thread. Maybe the current balance of account is, the balance which we have in our account is maybe 4,000. Okay. Guys, maybe you have taken the ATM, you have gone to the ATM and withdrawing the amount. At that time, your brother is depositing amount in your account. At that time, your dad is checking the balance. At the same time, three activities are happening. Withdrawing of the amount. Your brother is depositing the amount and your dad is checking the balance. Don't you think that time there has to be coordination between the threads to give you the desired results, to not to create any ambiguity here? Yes, no, maybe. All of you present in the class, maybe you're withdrawing 2000 rupees. Your brother is depositing 4000 rupees. At the same time, your dad is checking your balance. Three activities are happening here. At one instance, concurrently, not parallelly, concurrently. So that time, if you check the balance, 2000 you're withdrawing. Existing was 4000. 4000 your brother is depositing. So should it show 2000 or should it show 6000 or should it show 8000? What's the balance at that time it has to show? If it is 4000 as it is, that means this thread is working before amount is getting deposited, before the amount is getting withdrawal. Correct? All of you? So there has to be a coordination between the thread. And for something similar, I want to develop the application and I want to show you the coordinations which are there between the threads. Coordinations between the threads. If you want to have a coordination between the threads, which keyword we have to use? If you could able to recall that, dear friends, which keyword we have to use? Synchronized. Yes, we can control the threads in synchronize. In other words, right now with the debuggers behind the scene part, I want to show you object level locking and class level locking. Object level locking and class level locking. Fine. But before that, one more part of this I want to show. I want to show one more part of this, guys. Maybe here only inside this class. Guys, inside the runnable, how many methods are there? How many abstract methods are there? How many abstract methods are there? One abstract method. All of you? So if there is one abstract method, what type of interface that is? Can I use anonymous inner class to implement that interface? Can I use the most easiest approach to implement that interface, guys? Could you please tell me the easiest approach out of all? Can I try to implement using the Lambda? Parameters required, Lambda operator, body. I will say here, task of thread. Task I have defined, but this activity to be executed by which thread I have not told, for which I'll create one more thread. Thread type T2 equals to new thread, new thread. I will say you'd please do the activity which is present inside this implementation. Activity also I have defined. Activity also I have defined. Okay. I'll go back here. I will take this. I will add it here. Activity, but I have not yet started the thread. I will start the thread now. Getting it? Everyone. I'll go back. And now let me add one breakpoint here also. Debug this. I'll say right click. Debug as Java application. See guys. Now one more thread will be created. That is also started. And that is also executing the task. Task of thread 1, task of thread 2. Using the lambda expression also, you can give the implementation for run method. Is that fine, every one of you? Guys, it is expecting us to give the implementation of runnable actually. So can I do one thing here? What is that one thing? I would like to go here. This entire thing, I'll give it here. I'll define it here. What is the thread has to do it? Both of them are same or different? Are they same or different? See, let me run only and show this time. Why debug? Because debugging you have already seen. Everyone in the class, those who know lambdas, for them, fine. Guys, that's all for now. I thought of doing that application also, but I'm not feeling well and maybe not in a position to take up that. I'll take that application example which I have demonstrated here in the last class of core Java, alongside try with resources and other requests which are coming up. Maybe day after tomorrow's class, we will try to demonstrate that. I'll show you how this will be coordinated and what is the class level locking and object level locking. And also I will show you the try with resources and whatever left out part. And then Thursday to next Tuesday holiday. Holiday in the sense revision and whatever you want, you can watch it. And the next Wednesday, 16th of October, we are going to start with the Spring Framework. Is that fine? All of you? Before I take up your questions, let me share these files with all of you guys. Tomorrow, a new topic will start. Thread topic will be, the last part will be in the last class of Core Java, which is day after tomorrow. Done. Guys, most probably tomorrow we are starting the stream API. Streams are very, very important. Fine. So without streams, you'll struggle as in the interview also, as a developer also. So make sure you are there in the class. I'm open for your questions, dear friends. Guys, debuggers, please try to use in almost every application whenever you have an ambiguity, so that you can get to know what is happening behind the scene. Okay. Hmm. We will set up the values on the run when we try to debug. What do you mean by that? We'll set up the values for the run. Right now, it is happening, no, Shushmita. I mean, the run method is getting executed, no. Whenever you create a new thread, you start, whatever task is there, that is only getting executed, right? The task is only getting executed. You got on your console only for that. Or maybe do one thing. You know how to use the breakpoints and how to use the debuggers. You know how to write the thread for whatever program you're trying to achieve. Can you give a try and maybe let me know day after tomorrow if you're not able to do that and ask me? Because you know threading, you know run method, you know debuggers. And can you just give a try and see if it is fulfilling your expectations or not? If not, maybe we can have a discussion on the same. Fine. Sure, sure, definitely. In future also, whenever for any of the example or the program, if you are not able to understand why the output is different, we are going to use debuggers. That is the reason I have taught you debuggers. Because very often in your Spring Boot application for some of the configurations and all, how the executions are happening, it will be confused. So for that moment, we have to use debuggers and check where is our thread going and what exactly happening behind the scene. It will play a crucial role there. Hmm. Guys, like this in future classes, I'm going to implement lambda expression very often. So please do revise that concepts also. Directly inside some constructors, inside the methods, I'm going to pass the lambdas. So lambdas, if you don't know Spring Boot, you'll struggle a lot. Kindly do revision of that, okay? For that also, there are many methods available. You can please explore. Can we change the value of any of the variable while debugging? No, Grish. Whatever we have done for that, we are debugging. If you do this, what is happening in our application? But can they put debuggers for the imported jars too? No, Sushmita. How to use method reference? We have 4 dots, right? That is the var args. I'll discuss that. I'll discuss that. No, that is not var args actually. That is just for the printing. System.out.println. You can just use that. Okay, I'll discuss about it. I'm going to use that going forward. That is not var args. Sorry, var args is different. Yes, it will work, Hari Krishor. I'll show you that in going forward in our upcoming classes also. All right, guys. Thank you for being with me in today's class. We'll meet tomorrow at 7 a.m. and we shall continue with the most important topic which everyone must know, which is about these streams. Okay. Default priority based on the who is accessing the resource, based on that, which you'll understand going forward also, TR. You watch my videos of constructor, Shushmita, you'll understand that. Okay. There are videos of constructor, you'll understand. Super method, this method, or in inheritance, you can see that. Okay. In inheritance, also, I've done that. Yeah, we can do that, Girish. You can put the breakpoint wherever you want. Directly, you can start from that moment. From where is your breakpoint? The first starting point, breakpoint. You can start from the line number 15 directly. There is no problem. All right, guys, one more class on this and try with resources and other promised things. And also tomorrow also we will have a class at 7 and we shall continue with the Stream API topic. Thank you so much for being with me in today's class, guys. Okay.